But I do worry about those, the ones out there that maybe don't really know about well. How do we tap into those people? How do we give them an opportunity? Do you worry about that? The young ones that don't know about well, what are we doing to, they mightn't even hear about it because at their college they may not do anything. Any of the people that are sort of around our vicinity do we really know about?
Do you find it's easier to work with teachers who have got some classroom experience and some years as a teacher, or do you find working with recent graduates a better experience for that induction and settling into work?
Probably older. Because you need that teaching experience. Because we're teaching very low level, we're talking, some of the people we work with are like pre-level 1. And so then you need to really have those building blocks for learning. We do have been accessing some younger teachers to work with younger people. But, there's, some of that maturity to deal with cultural issues is very helpful. The community probably, it's probably easier as a more mature person to work with the community because they will see you as being, as knowing things. That's very much an Aboriginal and Torres Strait. They will know that they will respect you because you would have been doing work for a while, and mature people are respected for the skills and the knowledge they have. But by the same token, I had a younger teacher out working with some youth last week, teaching them how to take videos and build their own website and, type in their profiles on their website. So we sort of need both, I think. And it's a bit of a challenge to make sure that, because the bulk of our teachers would be 40 plus, so it's a bit of a challenge to make sure that we have that next generation coming along, doing good work.
I'm in Well now for 1.5 years, and when I looked for a job 2 years ago, I didn't know anything about Well. And the only reason I found a job as a Well account manager because one of my keywords at SEEK were literacy, because I love teaching literacy. Also, whenever I talk to friends and they ask me what are you doing and I say I'm a Well practitioner, they always look at me. Oh, okay, so what is that? Is it wellness or what is it? And I have to explain it. And so I think it is still quite unknown.
I think as the industry skills councils have come on board with the Well brokers, it's becoming more out there and more visible, and it's definitely an area of growth. I see it. Yeah.
But there is this thing too then about actually making Well more obvious to institute-based staff, because they'll have probably heard of it, but maybe they don't really understand.
Oh, look, they knew about fee for service and industry training, but to my mind, Well's different from that. Well implies a sort of a longer term relationship with a workplace than your fee for service, and Well has much more. Is much more rewarding in that regard than, I've done quite a bit of fee-for-service as well, and there's this huge expectation that you're going to produce results in, 5 weeks and 1 hour with this person.
That's right.
Whereas Well allows you to develop that longer-term relationship with staff.
To enlighten the rest of the lecturers in the TAFE, last year we conducted the Working Well in WCIT, which involved us telling other lecturers about what we did as Well lecturers, going out, what you had to do to work well and engage industry. And that was really useful, and it was quite enlightening for people, because certainly as a traditional lecturer, when I heard the word Well, it meant nothing to me. I had no idea, and I think we've got to enlighten others about that.
I always wonder if you like traditional classroom style delivery, how likely is it you will thrive on Well practitioner? And from what I've seen, it's reasonably unlikely. It's not, classroom delivery is routine, to generalise, fairly predictable, goes along, whereas the Well practitioner work is the opposite of that.
We do try and set up staff development days where we talk about being in workplace and what we do. We try and encourage new teachers that are interested in finding out about well to come along.
Because I think you're talking about when we're showcasing.
Yes.
Because we often showcase, we have once a year where we show what we're doing. But like, of course, we're doing professional sort of showcasing, saying what we do really well. But what we do, I think, is we see skills in people that we think you need, and then I think we work with those people and we invite them. So I've got somebody coming this week. I think they need to come and see what you do.
I suppose I was interested in learning about working in a workplace as a new opportunity. I also saw what teachers were bringing back and what they were excited about and what they were talking about and who they were working with and what they were designing and what resources they were designing, and they were, you know, working with people, you know, on railway lines and in demountables and in different workplaces, very diverse learning environments, and I thought that sounded quite exciting, and I'd like to get out there and try some of that myself. So yeah, that's probably one of the things that I was interested in doing.
The more I learnt about it, the more I enjoyed it. And I think that if we're looking for people to come into the college to train, then certainly offering training in it, because maybe they're not aware of how much is involved, that is so different. And within the college, for getting the traditional lecturers to come into it, we've been trying to get, and some traditional lecturers have been doing like spots for us, you know, as specialists. And I think that getting the college to allow them time off to do that for us, because many of them say, well, we'd like to try it, but our teaching loads are full. You know, there's no way we can fit it in. And if they're allowed like a secondment or something like that, I think that would be a good idea.